Cheers, all you cyberpunks and retro nerds. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. Today we're going to be opening up the old VHS vault yet again for a flick that I've never seen before. This happens to be called Deadly Possession. I picked this up from a local exchange and thought, tonight, what the hell, let's give it a whirl. You guys know this routine. Check out that trailer. Peep that shit, guys, when we get back. You're going to know my opinion on Deadly Possession. I'll be goddamned. This is an Australian Giallo film, and it's a pretty damn good one too. Deadly Possession is a dark, morbid, and murky, imposing horror film. From the opening scene, you're thrusted into this dark and sinister world, and it doesn't let up until the final frame. There's a lot of intrigue and mystery with a film such as this because with a Giallo film, there's a strong emphasis on the whole suspense and whodunit element, and that's pretty much what this movie does. This movie actually kind of reminds me of late-era Dario Argento's work, and that's not exactly my favorite leg of that man's career. I really love Argento's early films, but to compare this to his later material, that's not a bad thing either, because this movie actually kind of reminds me, at least visually speaking, of the movie Tenebrae. You know, there's not a lot of action, there's not a lot of gore, but when it does ramp up and you are given these scenes with the serial killer chasing the women around this campus, it's intense and it's intimidating, and that's one of the strongest suits I could say about Deadly Possession, is that it feels like an omnipresent, vicious force that's stalking all of these girls. You know, I love Giallo, I love international Italian movies, I love European films, I love that like high-end art aspect to those slasher movies from back in the day, and so I could definitely get on board with a movie like Deadly Possession. And since it's an Australian Giallo of sorts, it really does kind of bring its own flavor to the table, so that definitely warrants some high marks in my eyes. So out of 10 stars, I could give the movie Deadly Possession a solid, I'm leaning towards, I'm gonna say 6.5 out of 10.